welcome back to the Sugar Coated Podcast. My name is Carl Jean-Baptiste.
I'm Victoria Joy.
And I'm Greg Jean-Baptiste.
And we welcome you back to the Sugar Coated Pod. It's been a minute. We're back. But there's been a lot going on.
A lot of things that y'all missed.
Yeah, for sure.
A hiatus in our recording and our episodes, so we apologize. We want to get back to it now.
We miss y'all. We were sorry. It's been a little bit, but there's been a lot going on. But we promise we're back. We're back. We're good. We're upgraded a little bit. Yeah.
Hopefully we got better tools, better technology,
better
quality for y'all, better editing.
For sure.
Took a lot of time and practice. So.
Well, but stay tuned though. We got stuff cooking for y'all. We got stuff cooking. But besides that, there's definitely been a lot of updates too within ourselves and our life. A lot been going on. For example,
We're engaged. I don't even know if we ever mentioned that we were dating in the first place.
Episode, I think everybody got that a little bit, right? No, we got the family dynamics, the relationship. But now, your boy popped a big question. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You want to tell that story?
Tell the story?
Yeah, get into it.
It's been we've been together for a little bit, a good minute, and your boy been planning, trying to see when is the best time, your boy's all about being prepared, so I wanted to be prepared and doing this right. Let's see, I try to, she always trying to know everything. She wants to know what's going on, so it's hard to surprise somebody that always wants to know everything, so my goal is try to surprise her in a way, and so what I thought at first was like, how do I get, the squad to pull up and, to surprise her without her knowing, but also doing it in a way where, all the females want to be ready for this big day. It's a big day, of course, right?
They want to be dressed.
Yeah, they want to be dressed.
Makeup done.
Have their nails done.
Exactly. So I was like, dang, how do I, get that going? So first, I remember we went to like a gala. My aunt was doing a gala for her husband, like celebrating their anniversary, birthday. And we went, we all got dressed up actually. You guys even performed, you played the saxophone, you sang. I was hosting the wedding. So we're all doing something. And I remember we dressed up, so I'm like, that's the idea, that's what I'm gonna go for. Because I didn't know what, So I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. Obviously before that, I asked the pops for the hands, make sure I get permission, that's the right way to do it. Any guys out there, make sure you ask the pops, ask the family for the hand first, all right? So advice, I'm dropping game on y'all. So we did all that prior to prepare for it. Couldn't do it too long because, we don't want some people can't hold secrets. So we did that, and then I was figuring out ways to get her there. So I'm like, all right. Oh yeah, my aunt is hosting another gala, and it's gonna be fun. We're always looking for an event to dress up to go to. So I'm like, this is the perfect time. I'm like, hey, let's get some, get your outfit ready. We're gonna go to this gala, and I'm trying to see if she's, picking it up. Were you picking it up?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because it was just so random. And so I'm like, okay, this gala randomly next week.
And come on, it was not random because you thought it was going to happen before that.
Yes, okay, so there's been incidents like that every time there's something, I think that it's going to happen.
So you see how hard
so
that is on
I
your
always
brother?
have to be ready. You just got to be on.
You see how hard that is? Like, if you think everything we're going to do, you think we're going to get proposed to. Like, come on, man.
He's in the bathroom tying his shoes.
I'm just tying my shoe. But no, so that made it hard. But so after we had the little incident where she thought she was going to during our anniversary dinner, but it didn't happen that day. So I'm like, I got to throw her off a little bit. I've been always wanting to throw her off. I wanted to surprise her. I don't want it to be like obvious. I wanted to make sure it's a surprise. So, but the whole time she was acting like she was surprised, but she was a little suspicious, I guess.
I was suspicious, but I was like, I already got it wrong so many times. So I'm like, okay, let me just be ready just in case. So I got ready.
But no, so I told the idea kind of like gently. I didn't just throw it like that. I didn't was like, oh, we're going to the gala, get ready. Like, no, it was kind of smooth, chill. And every now and then I would check in if she knows or not. When then she started getting suspicious, I'm like, all right, I don't feel like I'm going. I don't want to go to the gala anymore. Because, you know, they want me to host again, so I don't want to host.
Which made it even more suspicious. Because how are you going to tell me to go get this dress, I get all that, and then you're like, I actually don't want to go. But maybe I will. Actually, I'll just go. I'm like,
no,
I did not get a dress for no reason.
You didn't even get the dress yet. It was in the process. I'm like, you know what? Because I would have thrown her off. And she acted like she was thrown off. And I think her mom was helping me throw her off a little bit too. But hey, we work with what we got, right? So,
no, but my mom was like, I came home and she's like, oh, I was getting ready in the bathroom and she's like, so before your dad goes to sleep, I'm going to make him take me to get some dessert. But it was like she was trying to keep me in the bathroom from seeing her dressed up. Mm-hmm. And she's like, okay, stay there. I'm going to go get dessert. Like, why can't I get out the bathroom? Like...
So that's when I told her I had everything ready, prepared. I told everybody, be there at a certain time. No questions asked.
Before?
No, this is the day. This is the day. She's talking about the day right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you told them that day?
No. My dad found out that day.
Her dad found out that day. Because
I thought they knew already.
Her mom knew already. I told her the idea because I had to get her side of the family. I didn't want to have to be texting too many people. People, texting me in the middle of it. You know what I mean? People ruin that. And it's just noise. Looking at messages or whatever. So told her mom to kind of get the brothers, the siblings, and all that stuff over there. Location, place already ready. I'm not gonna explain every details, guys. Another time, if you have questions, send it in the chat, or in the comments.
Comment section.
But your boy had it decorated, everything ready, find the spot ready. So if you want to know those details too, shoot me a message or in the comments. Let me know. I'll put you on with the location, decoration, design, everything. And you see pictures too. Like, check out our IG and stuff like that.
But no, it was a nice rooftop.
Yeah, rooftop setup. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Sunset.
Yeah. Boy did his thing, right? Yeah. But I'm not gonna get a big head on it. I was nervous. I didn't know if it was gonna be all that, but it turned out good. Let's just say that. But yeah, so that day, make sure everybody was ready. Everybody had their plan, the time to leave, certain times, and I was gonna go get her. But I was nervous that, damn, these people are not there yet. So I was like driving real slow, like, oh, really? What did you do today? You know what I mean? Like dragging it out as much as I can. Anybody who knows me, if I'm driving, I thought she would have been suspicious, but she didn't. And when I'm driving, I'm driving. I'm not just going to be taking my time, like staying behind somebody that's taking a long time. But I was. We were playing music, talking, and I'm like just dragging it. I'm hoping I don't run into him on the highway because he was running late. He was coming
coming from work, so I was trying to get there on time.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
but I was looking up, like, I see an Acura, I'm like, oh no, is that Greg? Oh my goodness. Like, look at me, like, make sure. But yeah, we got there, everybody, sending messages on the low. I'm like, is everybody there, ready? I'm pull up, got in the parking lot. Everybody was already ready. And the lady that's setting up for me is like, oh yeah, he's coming up. Let us know when you're in the elevator. Okay, so we parked. As I'm walking to the parking lot where her, she got heels on, trying to hold, she's trying to make sure she's good. And I see an Acura pulling up in front of me. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is Greg. So I'm like, should either I act normal, like Greg is, because Greg was obviously going to come to the gala that we're coming. She knows that. So I'm like, should I play it off that Greg is here for the gala? Or I'm like, damn, let me act like I don't see Greg. I stand this way. But she wasn't looking up, and Greg is just.
No, the whole time, like.
You were ducking? You're probably like driving like this.
And I'm like, yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, let's keep going. And we just kept walking. But there was so many things
I think I asked you my famous line. Do you have anything in my nose?
I always ask that.
And he drove by and I'm like,
oh yeah, that's exactly what you did. And I'm like, let me see that. Let me see
yeah,
that.
and he was like, usually he's like, no, you're good. But he was like, oh, let me see. Back there.
But then we ended up walking. She didn't notice him. So I'm like, I hope this guy gets here quick. Because there's no stairs. This is like a, 16, I don't know how many floors. So can't take stairs to beat us up there. So, but yeah, we get there. The people in the front, they're supposed to throw us to the elevator because it's like an apartment where they select which floor you're going in. It's like we rented the top, the roof, and stuff like that.
It's luxury.
Yeah.
So you don't get into any floors without permission.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't touch the elevator door.
There's no buttons.
The person in the lobby, the concierge, they tell you, oh, are you going to this floor or for whatever?
Which floor you're going to.
They press it and then the elevator comes down.
But so that was, which was cool. I mean, those guys got it. As soon as they looked at me and looked, I'm like,
they got it?
Yeah. At first I was afraid. I thought it was going to be like, oh, are you here for the proposal? I'm like, bro, really? I was hoping. So as I'm walking, I made sure I was in front. So I'm like, look at me, man. You see me?
See my eyes.
You see me, see you, see me? Like, and then one of the guys in the middle was like, I'm like, all right, bring it up. And then we get in the elevator. But the elevator, as soon as you walk out the elevator, you will see it automatically, which is fine, which is where you want to get. I want to get her. But she had her coat on. So I'm like, oh, yeah, let me get the coat for you. Take the coat off. And stuff like that.
Made me turn around and everything.
Yeah, so she can kind of like, you want to look nice because the camera's rolling and stuff like that. You want to pop up looking nice. So I had to set it up. So I, get the code, and I'm like, yeah, we're pulling up right now. While she's looking at her dress, she didn't see me sending it, and I send it. And we turn, boom. And there was, because you can see the setting, the everything. And I had the family line up like a spirit tunnel, so you can walk right through. Then we get there, there's a door in between to go to the rooftop, but you can see the outside. And this security guard who's supposed to open the door for us. So we get there, and we're walking slowly, and as we get to the door, these moments are very awkward moments. Because everybody's watching, you don't know where to, put your body, where to stand. Everybody's just we're figuring it out. And then this guy goes, he can't open the door. At first, he was like, it's locked. We thought he was joking around because, we're in the moment, so everybody's laughing. Yeah, go ahead, open the door. And he's like, yeah, it's really locked.
And was he like go around?
He's like go around, like we were gonna go all the way around. And the lady was
like, no. She went and go.
Yeah, like that. I'm like, bro, this guy really come on, bro. You're messing up the moment. Like I'm like, bro, are you serious?
What's up? It's showtime. Phones away.
Look at her smiling.
Oh.
No.
You hit the button?
Oh no. One job.
She's already getting in the feeling. I'm getting.
I know, it's crazy because even though I was suspicious of it, once you see it all, it literally hits you. It's feels so surreal because you think about this moment, but now you're actually in it, and I'm about to cry, and then I couldn't stop crying. It was just
even me. I mean, wasn't crying, but the butterflies, the feeling, even though I'm I set it up, I know what to expect. I practice what I'm gonna say, but once you get in that moment, it's all gone.
Out the window.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this guy's not opening the door. I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna mess this up. But the lady who's decorated, who's been there before she came through, opened that door, and we're like, woo! And then we just walked through, and she was nervous. Like I said, awkward moments. You don't know where to put your body. Everybody's been in moments like that. You don't know where to stand. So she didn't know. So I'm like, let me take control of this. I'm like, all right, take your time, walk slowly, and I walk ahead. Then we had the moment. It was good. Family was there, pictures, videos. It was a good time. And this guy made it up the elevator on time.
Right there,
But that's it. That's a quick summary for y'all. Might be long, might not be, but
We ain't getting any younger. Women love me now, but in your eyes, she forever.
Baby, you got it. It don't belong to anyone but you.
And he did an amazing job. I don't know where. Amazing
we'll try
job.
to zoom in on that.
Notes. I had made notes. He went by the notes. He did his thing.
I notes and I did my thing. Yeah.
So I would recommend that. Notes. Shared notes. If you have iPhone, share notes. And then you could put your do's and don'ts, pictures, everything. That way you get the surprise element because you don't know what they're going to choose. Yeah. But it's still going to be something that you will like.
And don't be robotic. I wasn't robotic. I wasn't just this is exactly the one. No, I did my thing too. I wanted to give me to her. What I think is nice and based on what I know she would like. You know what I mean? You know, do you? But advice, I've been giving advice, fellas, get to know your girl, man. Talk to her, what she likes. Listen. Listen, you know what I mean? Take pictures, it's okay. Have pictures. Like when you get there, like, oh yeah, no, this, that, no, this, no. You know what I mean? It's fine, it's okay. It makes it easier. At first I was like, damn, I'm about to be here all day. But I had somebody helping me, I have my notes, I did my little research on, you know, because, hey, you're spending money on this. This is an investment, my guy. You want to know what you're investing in. Don't come in here and getting any little thing without knowing clarity, size, you know, all that stuff is important. And it's easy. You just research, YouTube videos, Google, you be all right. But yeah, it was a cool process. You know, it's one of those processes every guy has to go through. So it for sure was that process. It was a moment, and it was, I guess I could say it was good. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so that's one of the.
There's definitely some proposals that don't come out well. You know what I'm saying?
That's
There'd be
true.
like
Some fails.
Some fails, like some funny ones on TikTok where it'd be like, oh, they're proposing and she's not even paying attention and she slaps his hand or something like.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah.
I've seen,
but I'm wondering if they're acting in that one.
I don't know.
Because usually, like when I see these things, I go on their page to see the person. Like, are they being realistic or they acting? But I've seen that one.
Yeah.
They had the whole family there. He's like, he's underneath, like, hey. She's like, wait a second.
Oh, I think I've seen that one too.
Like, hey. And it gets like, he keeps grabbing her hand and she's like, man, don't touch me, man.
And then, when you marry me, it's like, yes.
Oh yeah, she's like,
she didn't even say yes. She's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And she's like, and she just grabs it, and then people are like, oh.
Does she know?
And then he gets up, he's like,
what is that? It's a thing. You're gonna do a thing. What thing? You know, like a court thing. You're gonna do just like a court thing.
Can I smell Elizabeth flavor? Will you marry me?
I will.
and that's it.
Did you see the one where the girl like trained for a marathon and then the guy proposed like in the middle?
Cramp, right?
No, he proposed to her in the middle of her marathon, like before the finish line and everything. And she's like, "I'm finishing this race." And he got mad.
You're messing with her time, bro.
At least when she passes the finish line.
Yeah, at least at the finish line. Why are you gonna go in the middle of it?
That's funny. It's funny you said that because there was another one. He was doing an Ironman or like either a cycling race or something, and he finished. And at the end, he proposed, but he gets a cramp. Like he lay flat. So I'm serious. You can look it up.
He wants to say something.
Best proposal ever. Come on, buddy. Come on.
She said yes.
And his friends have to like help him. I'm like, oh. And she's like, oh, he's like, yes. Like, literally
Why
got a
would
cramp.
he do that? Why would he keep going?
There are some funny proposals out there.
In the middle of it.
And it's not one. You know, it's one thing is one. You're like, but it's both. I think it's like he's laying flat. The man just did an Ironman, or he was cycling, so he was working.
Both legs.
He's not even one. I don't know. But yeah, you never had two cramps in both legs?
No, not in two. That would be painful.
Athletes know.
One's enough.
Yeah, that's true. But no, yeah, there's been some ones. But what about if somebody said no? What would you do?
Is it the end of the relationship if someone says no?
End of the relationship, most definitely.
You think?
You think so?
What if someone's like, we just need more time to like, if it's too soon, like maybe you're only
I
together.
feel like that's something you gotta tell me in private. Like maybe say yes.
Oh yeah, I think you should say yes like initially and then privately like be like okay.
Because half of these people in public, I'm not gonna see them again. You know, so they're not gonna check in. I'm like, oh, I seen you get proposed. What happened? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So it's like,
And it's like, the only reason why you should is because you know this is something that you both want, right?
but that's the thing.
In my opinion, at least.
Yes,
That's if you have conversations.
I feel like that's where people should be at to do it, but some people, man, they either some guys just kind of ring it, like without even being reassured that the girl like is ready for it, she wants that. And usually the girls know, and they know.
What if you got proposed to by a girl?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing that's been going on. A lot of female taking the knee.
You would say
things.
no?
But like, get it?
Get up. Stand up.
I've seen some guys. I've seen some guys like they might as well just stick a knee at the same time too. They're like
Together. He's like, let me take that.
that's funny.
Nah, like I wouldn't allow that to happen for sure.
Yeah. No, it's funny. But yeah, man, that's
There's definitely some do's and some don'ts.
yeah. No, I agree.
I've seen the ones that like game arenas, you know, the Jumbotron or whatever. I'm like, it's a little loud. I don't know about if that's ever a good option, honestly.
Like being like you mean like
Proposing and then you're on the Jumbotron or whatever.
what if
It
you're
just
at
depends on the person.
what if you're at an NBA game doing it like? No, you mean like just being in the crowd like a fan?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Like I mean, in the center of the
Yeah, like if
arena,
you get them to like actually like the Celtics like, hey Greg, zoom my team, yeah, go ahead, and then like
I don't think that's as intimate as.
But some people might like it. You never know.
true.
Let's just say your girl's a big basketball fan or something. I don't know.
Yeah, to each their own.
Or let's just say your girl's the cheerleader and the Celtics cheerleaders or something, and you pull up. They've done that. A few people done that.
But I will say you went to space, babe.
You think so?
Yeah. So inside joke, my brother, he proposed to his fiance, and he was like, "Carl has to go to space."
Tell the story. So her brother, when did his thing, he did a plane like an airplane class. His lady drove the plane, and he was in the back. And then when they landed, he was ready with all in the ready with roses, and he proposed. I'm like, dang, all right, this brother's really trying to make me do. Like, and I gotta step on my game.
One up.
If you raise the bar, I can't be
below the bar. You know what I'm saying?
So the dad was, I think the girl's dad was like, oh man, what are you gonna do, Carl? I'm like, dang, I'm gonna have to jump out of the plane or something.
Yeah.
Like if you did I'm gonna have to skydive.
Yeah.
Like you can skydive off the roof. You know what I mean?
My brother's like, he has to go to space, so now you gotta go to Mars.
It's okay. Wherever the girl is, she wasn't around, so she don't know where we go.
Give me the best now, I'm joking.
But that's funny. But no, yeah, that's our little update for y'all. There's been a lot of stuff going on, a lot of good, of course, which we're grateful, we're thankful about. It's changes. We're all, getting to those phases, those times. But yeah, man. But those are little updates for y'all about us. But also too, there's been a lot of things trending lately that I see everybody's talking about, and one of those things that's trending is the movie Sinners. Everybody's talking about that. Everybody's going to see that. Everybody's talking about that. So what do y'all? Did y'all go see the movie?
Yes, it was an amazing movie.
You liked
Loved it.
Wow.
All right, what's y'all rating?
What do I rate it? I rated it an 11 out of 10. If you got my TikTok, go check it out. 11 out of 10. I think.
Yes, it's an amazing movie. I loved it.
What do you rate?
And I rated it, I would say 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Definitely 10 out of 10.
And it's scaredy cat approved. If you're a scaredy cat, you don't like scary movies, this is a good movie. I feel like it's not too scary. I do say like you might have to pray a little bit afterwards. You might feel like some demons catch you or something. No, but it's like I think the reason why you can get a little bit scared is because it's like being a Christian and seeing like I feel like they do a good job showing how the enemy knows the word too. But then not only that, it's like you have to be like the enemy can't just come into your life. You have to invite them in. So it's just like that touches you. Like
as a Christian, you would know. You know those connections. Yeah, that's true. That scene was tough. That scene where we were talking about Sammy when he's in the water. I think it's about.
First of all, hold on. Before we get into
that, we're diving. I know. I was going
to talk about what the movie is about first.
All right, give us a quick little description.
Spoiler alerts beforehand.
Yes.
If you haven't seen the movie, you want to see it, go see it.
Skip ahead.
Stop right now.
If you don't want us to
stop where you are.
If you don't want us to spoil it. If you don't want, you can skip us because we still want you to watch our episode. Or just go watch the movie and come back to the episode. But make sure you watch the episode.
Pause right where you are. Go watch it.
Go to the
then
theater.
Come back, okay?
Or if you don't care, you just want to hear about it, we'll tell you about it. Or if you already watched it, because I know some of y'all watched it, let's talk about it.
Yeah, leave us your comments, your reviews of what you think it is, 10 out of 10 or whatever you think.
Yeah.
Leave your insiders, your whatever you know about the movie as well too.
Yeah. Basically, give a description. We all can give us small descriptions. Basically about two twins, two brothers.
Smoke and Stack.
Smoke and Stack, yeah, who's from a small town. They left the town, and this is during the Jim Crow era, by the way. So basically after slavery a little bit, African Americans are trying to, find themselves, create for themselves, but there's still obstacles in the way, and we all know about the Jim Crow era.
There was still slavery going on, but
yeah, and certain aspects, but yeah, so basically those two brothers left their hometown, went out to Chicago. And also that would also be around the Prohibition era, like of the Al Capone or all those eras, which is crazy. Which is what I was gonna say too. Is like before I even get to it, let's give you the description. But yeah, those brothers went to Chicago, did their things. They did a lot of things, whether it's good or bad, and they're coming back to their hometown based on everything that happened in Chicago, but they don't know what's being, what awaits them in their hometown.
Right.
Yeah, and they come back. They try to bring people back together they knew.
They're trying to start a business.
Yeah, they try to open like a juke joint. That's what they call it, like basically like a speakeasy or a club.
A club in
club in that time.
Modern day time.
Yeah, exactly. Music, dancing, food, a little bit of gambling, I think.
Yeah.
And then it goes crazy from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, in my perspective, for that movie, it was so good that I think there should be like either a prequel where we see
what happened in
Smoke and
Chicago?
Stacks in Chicago. Yeah, I would love to see like a Al Capone, like if you know about Al Capone was like one of the biggest notorious gangsters around the Prohibition era, where alcohol was like illegal and they were still, he did a lot with that. I mean, he had a lot of money. He also got arrested, I think, for tax invasion. There's a whole lot. I'm not gonna give you my history buff aspect. But yeah, I would love to see that. Like them in Chicago, gangsters, guns,
Because I heard some reviews, were they each in different like gangs, or were they in the same one? Because I heard like the reason how they got all the money was like had something to do with they only knew one of them, and then one of them was able to like steal from them.
That's
and
crazy.
That way they got all the money.
I actually didn't hear that. Yeah. But if they did that, bro, that's fire. I would love to see a film like that. Like, yeah, that's fire. Yeah, I would love to see that. And then I think they also robbed some banks. They did some heists, stuff like that.
Just to give you some background on one of them is he came from the army.
Yeah, one was the older twins. He was more of a military guy. Not too outgoing. He's like serious about. He means what he says.
He went through some things. He has some PTSD or something, and like he's shaky. Like can't even.
Like any soldier with PTSD. Yeah. And we got Stacks, who's more the outgoing, the fly twin, and like he can talk to anything. Like and then he's the younger twin. He's always, I guess, the one that gets in trouble the most.
Props to Michael B. Jordan. And Ryan Coogler.
Give them brothers them props, man.
For sure, because they did 5 movies together, where they just been working together, and they've been Black Panther 2, Creed. What's the other one?
Which one?
Running blank.
What was the description? It's okay. I mean, they've done some stuff.
They've done 5 great movies recently. I can't think of the other.
They just killed this one.
They just killed this one, and definitely, if you're watching those movies, go ahead and watch them.
No, yeah, we gotta give them brothers some props.
Did you see the end credit scenes?
Yes, both of them.
Yeah. Stay for the post credit scenes. There's 2 of them. There's 2 post credit scenes. Yeah, but I like these brothers. The way they're coming together, doing things like. Ryan Coogler, that brother's doing his thing in terms of the movie, what he's doing with movies and the story he's telling. Like I heard, I don't know if social media, you never know if it's true or not, but they might be doing a movie about Manson Musa, one of the richest black men in history. That would be fire. I would love to see that. Know a little bit of history, like.
I think they're like going deep into like storytelling, like
I like that.
His directing and like what he's trying to put out there, his quality, like
we need that. We need that. But yeah.
Do you have a favorite character in the movie?
Oh yeah, let's dive into the characters. Yeah. I mean, Stack and Smoke's pretty nice. I like
I like Smoke better than Stack.
Like Smoke better?
Actually, let me rephrase that. I like Stack because I like the ending when he's like
Comes back.
Yeah, when he comes back and you see him a whole new style, and I like that. So
Well, he's with the new, new times and stuff like that.
yeah, I like that.
I mean, I like Stack. He's the troublemaker, but Smoke is pretty good. Smoke does a good job. I like the leadership. Maybe it's because it gives that older brother vibe. I like that.
I'm disappointed in what's his name.
Which one?
The main character, the boy, the little church boy. What's his name in the?
What's his name?
Isn't it like
Sammy.
Okay,
Sammy.
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 Yeah, like how
With
he
his deep
going
voice.
back afterwards? Like
You talking
all
about
that, and you still want the world?
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
All right. This is actually a question that I was well, this is what I was thinking. I feel like the movie is trying to like also talk about like Hollywood or the music industry in a sense,
Yeah,
where like
it is.
there's a lot of like
Selling your
weird
soul.
selling your soul thing going on in the music industry. So I think that's a little bit of some of the things that they touched up on within the movie. So like when they brought that scene when when Sammy's playing his guitar going crazy and then all the
Oh yeah,
you see
that
the
was so scary.
ancestors and all the it was creepy, but like it started to like
And they
there's-
wanted him specifically because they know like they can use him, and plus
What do you mean?
he's a church
The
boy.
vampire?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
but if
wanted
you're talking
him.
about the scene where they're showing you the different
like the dancing,
time era.
with
Yeah.
the different
But also,
eras.
this is also a positive way. It's just telling you how music lives to us.
Most definitely, yeah.
It lives to us people. You know what I mean? Like the different times. It's through music we express a lot of things. But yeah, this movie shows it expresses a lot.
A
Man.
lot
It
of
expresses the
symbolism,
different meaning of freedom for different individuals. What it means to different individuals. You know what I mean? Like if you take Stacks and Smoke, they all have kind of a different meaning to freedom. Like Stacks wanted to be out there. His freedom was being able to be with Haley, who I forget her name in the movie. She's playing the white girl who's coming together, being able to come together, and I think her name is Mary in there. Just being able to, it's a Jim Crow era where a white person and a black person couldn't be together. That would cause problems. So they wanted to be able to be together, be free, and love each other. They couldn't do that. So his definition of freedom was being able to do what they want and be together and do whatever. You know what I mean? And which he got to do at the end, being a vampire. So that's the other aspect too. The vampires are showing you that
it's kind of like
this is a way to become free. Like,
yeah, it's like a enjoy your flesh type
yeah, kind of, yeah. And another way to become free, but in a way of doing so, you sell something because you sell your kind of your sense of control. Because once they join him, you couldn't really you go based on him. That's one way. Smoke's aspect of freedom was just basically being able to have a kid and being able to do his thing,
run a business,
yeah, and then we have the Asian couple. There's so many different individuals that have their definition of freedom. You know what I mean? Sammy, his freedom was just being free from. He grew up in the church, just being able to be out there and sing and live his dream. There was so many different ways, and everybody to get that. There was a thing that would like to get, you know what I mean?
Take them away from the...
I don't know, man. That's why it's good. You know what I mean? It's good, and it's not because there's one interpretation of it.
But there's many.
There's so many ways you can take it. You just got to take the time, process it. That's why I want to go see it again. You know what I mean?
People said they watched it 3 times, 4 times.
I was supposed to see it a second time, but I didn't.
One thing I want y'all to think about, too, that I didn't pay attention to.
Yeah.
So apparently, this person said, just did my 3rd watch, and did anyone else notice that Smoke, Stack, Annie, and Sammy represent the 4 elements?
Oh yeah, like
4 elements
the
of what,
sin?
like water?
No, 4 elements as in water.
Oh.
Earth.
So Smoke represents water. Stack, where is it?
Fire, probably.
Yeah, Stack was fire.
Annie's probably earth or something?
Yeah, Annie's earth, and then Sammy's air.
That's an interesting way.
Well,
I wonder why.
I heard that each one of them that was like in the house at the end represented a sin. So one was gluttony,
See, that's what I'm saying. There's so many different ways you
because
can
if you see
interpret.
like one was like drinking a lot, and then one was it was just.
And the
let me see if I
music
can
or
get
sex or the flag. There's so many. Wow.
And the reason why this person said that is because they were wearing the colors. For example, so
the blue, the red.
Blue was Stack, I think, and then the red was Smoke. So that's why they said water.
Blue was Smoke, red was Stack, because that's what he was wearing. Stack is the younger, but the crazy one, right? The outgoing one.
Yeah.
So he was wearing red. Yeah, the
he
red
was wearing
suit.
blue.
Huh?
He was wearing blue, I think.
Smoke was wearing blue. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. But anyway, but yeah, it's different. It's good, man. I'm telling you. If you're looking for something to watch, you think just go check it out. Don't let people give you their own. Just go check it out. Enjoy a good movie. That's it. But I think it's great. Everybody in there. We got like people like Haley Steinfeld, which we seen her in a lot of stuff. Like she's in Marvel movies. She's in other stuff. I don't remember. Spider-Man. Oh, the voiceover, right?
Yeah.
Of
Gwen.
Gwen. Yeah. Yep. And she plays Mary in this, which is a vampire. She does a great vampire. I liked her. She did pretty cool, and I think her and Michael got a little bit of a great chemistry on there. Yeah. And of course, Michael B. Jordan did a great job playing two characters well.
And the thing that they talked about too, making trying to play both characters at this on the screen at the same time is a little tough because when they're interacting or hugging each other, you gotta
you're not doing it with it's like it's either that's tough. That's good acting.
Passing the cigarette or whatever.
Yeah. Which that was another thing that if y'all didn't know, is that because of Smoke's PTSD is always shaking, he never lights up his own cigarette.
Yeah,
it was his brother that always does it for him.
Yeah.
You see that he passes it to him, and when he was mad, he's like, "I need a smoke" or something. He's like, "Coming right up," and then he did. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And then at the end, when we see him trying to do it at the end,
with the gun, he couldn't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So those are all little things you pick up, man. They did a great job. Michael B. Jordan did, because think about it. Most films that you see where there is somebody playing themselves, like a twin or something, it's either they're playing like a younger version, like Will. Will played with the CGI when he was doing I forget the Gemini Man. Mm-hmm. He was playing it was a younger version of himself. It's not the same.
But Lindsay Lohan did it when she was younger.
Lindsay Lohan doesn't have a twin, right? No.
That was
Yeah, I'm thinking of a different twin. Yeah.
What movie is that? When she was in camp. One was rich. One wasn't.
Parent Trap.
Yeah, Parent Trap. Yeah.
But doesn't she have a twin?
No, that was the same thing. Like she played both characters.
That was Lindsay Lohan. That wasn't.
Yes, it was Lindsay Lohan.
Maybe we'll get back to that one. but they did a good job and they both have different characters, and he does a great job bringing that to life. Like you see that it's two different people. And I don't see Michael B. Jordan when I'm watching those guys. Like it's different. Yeah, it's a different Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he's the character. It's not like you're watching Michael B. act.
Yeah. Like usually you would know Michael B. Jordan, like Creed. Yeah. Not that he did a bad job, that was good, but it's like Michael B. Jordan. This one is different. Like, it's different. Yeah. And then who else? Like Lee Jong Lee, the Asian couple. That lady screaming coming in. That was annoying. Like
First of all, why? Oh my God. Why? This pissed me off.
Because
it's like, bruh.
Because you think they're just gonna come and kill you and then go to your kids afterwards. Like at least if she would have waited to the daytime, she'd go get her kids. Then even if you know that they come, you don't let them in.
I guess.
As simple as that. They can't come in unless you let them in.
Everybody, like facts. Basically, it's her fault.
It's her fault. Everybody was dying.
Yes, bro. Like literally 10 people died in that span, bro. Like there's literally no.
But I guess you can. You gotta put yourself.
My question is,
it's her kid. She was worried about.
No, your emotions,
who is it?
like
you gotta keep that in control.
Nah, your emotions took over so much that you realize like they're not leaving.
Yeah,
they're at your door. So if they do leave, then we can worry about your kids.
So, but what about? Is it Stack, the military guy?
Smoke.
Okay. So Smoke. Nah, I forgot my.
It's okay.
I literally forgot.
But I felt like too, they were giving us a little bit of foreshadowing with the daughter of the Asian couple. I don't know if you saw. Every time they show her, she was just always kind of like nonchalant, like she's like might not see them again. You know what I mean? Like when they were leaving. But there, I seen a review where somebody was saying like, there's a difference between the older Asian couple and the younger generation.
Where, she was standoffish.
Where like the younger generation at that time was like, we're above the black. But I mean, I don't know if that was her interpretation of it. Like the older generation was like they collab with the black folks in that time. There's that interpretation, but I also thought it was more like foreshadowing. You know what I mean? There's like a little bit of foreshadowing where she's like, they keep showing you like she might not see the parents again. Parents keep getting involved with them. Something's gonna eventually happen. And you can tell before they said bye, they said bye to her. She was just kind of, I don't know if you thought, but I was feeling it.
Why didn't Annie make stack one of those. I mean, make one of those necklaces for herself and everybody. Like she made that for Stack, and it protected him.
But that's different.
So why didn't she make it for her own self? And
I was thinking that at first when you mentioned that, but I don't think it's because of like the thing she's praised to all the time. I think it's the silver, because isn't vampires can't touch like silver or something like that.
So that's why he.
That's what I think it was. Yeah.
Oh dang! But she know that, so she should have found that.
I mean, it was quick.
She knew about the garlic.
I like how she was goated though. She
knew about the garlic.
Like as soon as she knew that, like everybody's like, "Oh, really?" Nobody argued like, "Nah." There's always one person.
Okay, even with the money though, when he's like, "Well, can I have my money, please?" Like, why didn't you just like toss it out there? Like, why you gotta like put your whole hand out? And then he like grabbed him.
He did a good job.
Yeah, that's my man. Cornbread was good. I like him. He's been in a lot of stuff too.
He made it funny too. Like,
yeah, he was good. It was like walking. All right, why don't y'all get out my way now? And
yeah, and like in
like you've been in, a few times.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, it was good, man.
I love how they noticed that because I was scared that they were gonna be like, "Oh yeah, come in. Why aren't you already in?" Like I was like,
"But you've been in here a few times." It's like, just get out of my way. It's like, I'm not talking to you. It's like, you talking to me. Talk to me. They're good, man.
It's like, you're not going to invite me in?
Wait, but did you guys hear about people saying, like, Annie, they thought she was auntie? Like,
oh, I was actually going to talk about that. Yeah, I like that they did that. Like, there are people saying, like, basically, usually when they do the love interest, it's not somebody that's like they're supposed to be more different. Like, she's not usually the type. But Rumi won. She's a great actress. She's good. I think it's different that they did that to show that love interest between them two. Yeah, it was fine. It was fire. She did good.
Typically, they try to like match the beauty standard in some way, but like this, like try to show there's more than
exactly. And I think it was good, and especially on that time. For sure. Yeah, especially on that time. That's a strong woman right there. That's a woman who's handling business. That's kids, everything, and food, and everything. Yeah. I mean, besides the little, the voodoo stuff. I know that was kind of. We were like,
at first, I didn't like her a little bit, only because of that, like the voodoo and stuff. I'm like, why is she doing all that?
It's not because it's perspective. You like around that time, some of that stuff was happening. You know what I mean? You gotta understand it, but
no, it was
a problem, man. It was a good film, man.
It touched on spirituality and everything. Like
for sure.
The parts you guys were mentioning in the water, like him reciting the verse and then
everybody started
back, bro. I was like, at first I was like, oh yeah,
I started saying it too. I was like,
pray, man.
And the next thing you know, they started singing back. I was like,
oh snap!
And at the moment, I was like, oh yeah. They know the word just like me.
That's how it is, man. The enemy knows the word too.
Just like they know it in the back of their hand.
He used to be an angel. He knows the words. That's why it's more than just, I know. It's about having God within you. Like not inviting spirits or
because also if you think about it, it's like he's saying the word, but
does he believe?
Yeah, is it in him?
Yeah, exactly.
There's so much.
I literally want to see it right now. I want to go watch it again. But
it's a good movie.
But it's good, man. If y'all haven't seen this film,
but
man,
now I'm like scarred. Like
why?
Nobody say, "Can I come in?" to me. I get flashbacks. I'm like, he said it to me, and I'm like,
no, that's
The TikToks that I've seen about it, the people trying to reenact the whole movie, bro. I've been like,
those are fun.
Crying in the reviews too. It's really good.
Those brothers, they did good, man. Everybody did good in that film. That's props, man. Those are the kind of films you look forward to,
It's more, it's not just like, okay, we're just watching like an action movie or something like that. It's like there's thought, there's
it's
art,
layered.
There's layers. You gotta look between
gotta peel
the
some
lines.
onions. You know what I mean?
You gotta look between the lines.
No, I like that. No, it was a good film, man. It was a good one. I'm definitely gonna watch it again for sure. But yeah, man. And did you hit those questions about that you had about the film that if we noticed?
Also, one of the things that I noticed, or other people noticed too, in the beginning, what's his name? The Remick.
Oh, the vampire. Oh.
Yes. When he came into the scene and like he's like
we're
falling
trying to figure
over.
it out. Was he coming
They
from
were
the
trying
sky?
to say that
Yeah,
he came
the sky.
That's what I thought,
Yeah, that's
but
what she thought,
that's
but-
what I thought, but no, because the
But that's
people
what
were
the
chasing
Indians were
him.
chasing them. Yeah. So I was like, that's where it was confusing.
But it kind of like gives
It
you a
looked
little
like
bit of
that.
symbolism
Yeah,
too.
like
Oh,
a
in terms
fallen
of the-
angel.
Yeah.
fallen
Okay.
angel,
Yeah.
Maybe it's more symbolism because. It's not because they gotta get. That's another film people said they want to see, like the Indians.
Yeah.
About chasing.
What
them,
happened to
like-
them? Like, why
yeah,
were they chasing him?
Exactly.
That
So
would
yeah,
be-
no, I like that. That's a different symbolism because that's what we thought. The way he came from with the fire, like we were like, oh damn, where did he come from? When she said, that, I'm like, nah, that can't make sense because those Indians were like right on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but it's crazy.
But I didn't even realize about the Indians chasing him at first.
But no, that's a good another perspective.
But why would those people let him in like that? Like, you see this guy, he didn't look
They're
right.
racist.
One thing is like, they literally mentioned this is like, oh, it symbolizes like colonization in a sort of way. Like first it was the Native Americans and then it was the black guys and then, but they let them in, right? So it's like, I don't know, it's just a lot of symbolism right there.
But if somebody, like, say somebody comes to your house, like, and you're like, they're like, please let me in, like, somebody is, like, trying to get me, they're gonna kill me. And then you let them in, and then the people come to your, and
But
like,
no,
no,
she-
like, this person's dangerous.
But no,
Are you gonna believe?
They should have kicked. Well, she didn't even get a chance to kick him out after.
Well, no, because he got them in a way. Remember, those people were part of the clan. They didn't like black people. They were part of the clan. They were part of the group that was gonna go later on
Yeah.
to beat them. So he said that the black people were chasing him. They hurt him. If they already don't like the black people, you know what I mean? So they think that he's on their side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one of the ways he used that. But a lot
Because
of
he
people,
saw the.
yeah, he saw the mask. Yeah, he saw the clan mask. Yeah. So that's another way he found his way in. You see, another symbolism in terms of sin, in terms of you doing wrong, and eventually it happens. You know what I mean? Like, but a lot of people want to see a film about Remick too, because he talks a lot about. Because I think he might be either Irish or.
Yeah.
So he has a little experience in terms of things being taken away from them or having to deal with, I guess, a form of like racism, you could say. So that's what he tried to use when he's trying to get black folks. It was like, yeah, Jonas, we know how I feel. You know what I mean? You're never gonna. When he was talking about like you're never gonna succeed, you can try this, but because technically the speakeasy, like they were trying to start, they technically tricked them. They were
they were gonna die.
yeah, they were gonna die afterwards and stuff like that. Or the clan was gonna come and try to kill them. So he tried to use those things and also people were saying like he experienced that himself through his history and stuff like. There's so much, man. It's layered, man.
But he also knew everybody's thoughts when they became vampire too.
right. That's
I don't
true.
know. There's just a lot of thoughts into it.
Yeah, it's layered. Y'all gotta go check it out, man. If
It
you
was
haven't
also-
seen this film, it's a great film. Check it out. But yeah, man.
They were talking about Sammy's voice too, how like it was like breaking barriers. You know what I'm saying?
In
Like
terms of-
that's why they wanted to attack him so bad. Like his, I don't know.
I think Remick said that his access to connect with like other or
it transcended time.
or something like that. I don't remember, but you see, that's what we gotta watch again to get those things. But that's another symbolism I think in terms of the power of certain music or power of music. I don't know. It's bro.
Yeah.
Symbolism and this is like crazy. Man.
But it's like to use, because that's like a God-given talent, right? Are you using it for the right reason? Like, he was using it for the church at first, and then he was like, nah, this is not
Wants
for
to go out
me. He
there,
wants to go out, go out into the world and his worldly desires or whatever. But
yeah, but don't get it twisted. He learned this. Because at first I was like, damn, he left the church and went out there. And still I'm like, damn, he's probably going to die later on. Because that's what I thought was going to happen when the vampires came. But technically he regrets a little bit. Exactly what Smoke was telling him. Remember Smoke telling him, like, I met a lot of musicians. They're not happy. They're not what you think. He met them. That's what he told him. But he's like, nah, he still wants to go. Smoke was telling him, yeah, just go locally, man. Do your singing and stuff, but stay home, but he didn't. But at the end, when you see him, he's technically miserable. He's lonely. He doesn't have a family. He doesn't have kids. He doesn't have grandkids. He's lonely. He said the one time that was his best moment was that night when they
were together.
Yeah, before the sun went down.
That's crazy.
That just tells you how miserable he is. Like, he's not really happy. And you see him at a bar by himself. Those are all showing you where he's at. Like, he's by himself. All he does is play it a little bit every now and then. His music's not doing well. Stack says it. Stack's like, bro, all that new stuff, the electric guitar, nah, it's not hitting. Like, he wants the old stuff.
The blues.
So that just shows you all
But
that
that
he's not
could
doing
just
well.
be Stack liking that.
But also, you can tell he's not successful. To him, you think that person is the definition of somebody that's successful? I'm sitting, I'm getting to my 60s, 70s, I'm sitting by myself. You should be at an age where success shows you that he has grandkids, he has a family, he has a wife. He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't have.
He doesn't have those things. That he's lonely. So that just shows you that he sacrificed all those things.
Was he like traumatized? Like
probably. He said he still thinks about it. I think some nights when he gets. I don't remember what he said, but yeah. But man, it's a great film, man. This was a good one. Definitely check it out, y'all.
It's definitely something to talk about. So leave y'all thoughts in the comments section
for sure.
And yeah, give us your rating.
Oh no, yeah. Put your comments in there. If you've seen the movie, let us know what you think of the movie. Let us know if we missed some stuff or if you thought you have a different perspective. Let us know, man. Let us know. Yeah. So let's take a quick break and we'll be back.
Commercial.
But yeah, that film was such a great film, man. I think they did a great job with putting everything together. Ryan Coogler, Michael B., all of them, the actors. It was a great cast as well. I think it was a great film. So yes, if you haven't checked it out, definitely go check it out. Definitely go check it out. But yeah, man. So that's it for our trending topic of The Sinners, which has been trending. Everybody's talking about it. But yeah, we got a lot of cooking, man. What we got cooking for the Sugar Coated podcast? We're gonna switch things up a little bit. We're gonna do some stuff differently. What do y'all think?
Yes. So from now on, we're gonna have our Reddit stories on a different segment, on a different episode. So if you want to catch some Reddit stories with us, they will be loaded either the same day or a few days afterwards.
Yeah, so there'll be their own segment, their own kind of video episode, their own videos and for Reddit stories. More content, more focus, because we know your attention span is not that long. So
we're trying to accommodate ourselves, be more efficient with it as well too. Also, we want to start doing some different things. We want to bring our first guest, which will be very interesting and a good topic as well too. So
stay tuned for that. So
might have a performance, we never know.
Yep, we're gonna have first guest come in, and there'll be more guests, of course. So you can potentially be a guest. We'll see. So stay tuned. Follow all of our pages. Comment, like, subscribe. Stay tuned for what's coming up. We got some good stuff cooking. But yeah, and for today's quote, what do we have for a quote today? Who wants to go for the quote today? You got us for the quote today to end this episode with? Send y'all out with a bang.
Yeah. Basically, since we had a movie review, I guess the quote for today is, "Life is like a movie. Make yours a blockbuster."
Yeah, I like that.
And you're the main character in it, so.
Yeah, life is like a movie. Make yours a blockbuster. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because blockbuster, that means that movie hit. Like it's one of those movies, and it was successful. So
thrive.
Yeah. Thrive. Yeah. So use that life, that one life you get. You only get one. Grind, thrive, work, push yourself, enjoy it. Open up to get out there. You know what I mean? And the main character thing. Yeah, you are the main character, but I don't want you to have there's people out there that be having the main character energy, and it's just kind of annoying. Like, you're not the only person that's around you. You know what I mean? But I get what you meant. And the perspective you meant, I got that. But some people might think that's the wrong way. I just wanted to say that. But that was a good quote. Yeah. Besides that, back to on topic. But yes, that is our quote for today. We enjoyed having y'all. Like I said, like, subscribe. Stay tuned on our TikToks. We got some TikToks coming in, some more content on our pages.
Instagram Reels, all that.
Yeah. So it's been real. So peace out.
Talk about it tonight. With culture shock and poppin' left, man, we gon' have a good time. Just keep it. Gon' keep it. Just keep it.
Did we used to say something else when we ended? Together, no?
You used to put it together in Sugar Coated Podcast, but you just said it today. Because you didn't
said it first.
Yeah, you didn't give us a leave it. Like usually we say, I'm this, and this is the Sugar Coated Podcast. But you were like, I'm Carl, and this is the Sugar Coated Podcast, or something like that.
You said it making me sound like the dad. Still recording, y'all.
He wants to be solo. He already wants to.
Yes, I just start probably.